It's not 9 o'clock in the morning. What the hell? Mm. I've been running around all morning. My husband woke me up this morning, like, let's get the day going. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Looking at me. I'm sleeping. It didn't work. We got up, we got running right away first thing this morning. So, hi, everybody. So off we go. And I was like, I'm not getting nothing done that I normally do on a Friday because you're off on Friday today. That's great. Michelle Robbins, how are you? Yeah, well, Sam was up and he was just a wide awake first thing this morning. And I was like, he has a 4-day weekend. And I'm like, great. Damn, I forgot to put the dog in. And the canineness requests my presence at the door. Hey, I'm down here. Hey, over here. Hey, I'm over here. Hey, Hubert. Hey, hey, hey. Look at. I'm down here. Hey. There. You are so blind. I'm so sorry. Okay, now you gotta go away. See, you get to spend time with Buford too. Sorry. I forgot I let him out. I took off his because he has a perimeter collar, and we have the wireless thing that we've used for our dogs for years, and he just doesn't care anymore. He doesn't care. He just goes like, I'm deaf and I'm blind and I don't care anymore. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So he goes. So I took it off. I feel really bad for him, but anyways, a heat index of 100, not leaving the house. Hey, Haley, I was gonna go out and work in the camper, and I decided no, that's hot. I was gonna go work outside, and I decided no, it's hot. Mm-hmm. You know where it wouldn't be hot? On the boat. That's my thought. Okay. All right. Let's pull a card to start off with. How's that? Of course, we always. Oh, I have some information too. That sounded like a Great Dane bark. It isn't. We don't have any more Great Danes. That's the hard decision, especially on my part. I'm the Great Dane person. He's the Basset person. And he showed me a picture of a puppy yesterday, and I was like, why are you doing this to me? It's not just like, oh, I like a puppy. It's like, I would like a puppy. But I can't. I just can't. We have traveling that we do, and it's just so hard on the dogs when we have to board them and stuff. It's just not fair. I want one. I want one to love and hug and cuddle. Hi, everybody. Love and light. I know, Michelle. It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, there's no more Great Danes here. That's the Basset, and he has a big mouth. He's just, and actually, I will tell you guys, he's coming in here. He's touching me to make sure I'm still here. He's lost a lot of faculties. Guacamole. I know, we just all love Guacamole's name. Guacamole. Okay, let's start with the card. Where are we today? This is a great card. So, support. That's what we're doing, right? This is why we're here. This is what we're doing. This is one of the reasons we get online as often as we do is because it's about being supportive and helping other people find their light, right? And sometimes we don't even realize what we're looking for when we are stepping into that. I had a video that was shared in one of the groups that I consistently ignore. Not because I intend to, but, and by the way, this is my best friend and my husband talking back and forth all the time. And I'm just like, you guys do what you're going to do. I'll watch a video every once in a while. But somebody posted a video and it was a fantastic video. So watch My Mystical Life for it later today, because I'm going to share it to My Mystical Life. And it was about two beings talking about going to Earth and doing the Earth experience and why we do it. and why we do it. And it is the most amazing video, you guys. I was like, oh, I love this explanation. It's fantastic. Lionsgate today. Absolutely. Just wanted to say, after your live yesterday with me asking about how you know when someone visits you, I received so much needed closure 2 months earlier than the detective said I would. And I'm so glad that you received some closure, Molly. Absolutely. Oh, goody. Hi, Samuel. Samuel says I'm on the big screen in the store. Shit. Hi, everybody. Okay. But being supportive of other people is just so important. We come against Gigi's unhinged. Your package is out. I didn't know if you got your message. Your package is out there in the postal system. As we go through life, we should be supportive of other people. And a lot of times we find people are running their own challenges, right? That's the best way to put it. We run into our own challenges and we forget that other people have challenges as well. So it's really, really important. Just keep that in mind today as you go through the day. Keep in mind that we are not the only ones with problems. We are not the only ones that run into walls repeatedly. And just instead of, maybe looking at somebody sideways when they cut us off, be like, I wonder what happened in their day today that made it, maybe a little bit more vexing for me. Anyhow, we had something really, really exciting happen last night. You want to hear? You want to know? I'll tell you. We got invited to present at Paracon in Rock City, Illinois, by the people that put on Paracon. We got invited to bring our table tipping and demonstrate table tipping for the Paracon. And then we are maybe going to be doing a little bit more than that. I'm waiting to hear back on that part of it, but we might be using it during an investigation. We don't know yet. We're waiting to hear. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't, right? But that's going to be a lot of fun. So the people from Paracon came through the store, and Christina, they actually went to Bob Evans. And Christina sent him over to us. She's one of our readers, but she also works at Bob Evans. And they come over, and we had a great conversation for the longest time. By the way, you guys, these are the people that take Annabelle around. So Annabelle will be there with us. Not with us, but we'll be there with Annabelle. So I'm not worried about Annabelle. Actually, I'm like, it's just a thing, right? So table tipping, Gigi, yes, table tipping. You can find it on our TikTok. We do table tipping where it's physical mediumship that the table actually moves. And if anybody in the feed has experienced it at the store, please put it out there. I know Samuel has. And I know that since this is on at the store that Jansen and Adam have experienced it as well. And it's mind-blowing. It is truly mind-blowing. I don't have my phone in front of me or I'd show a video that the table, they all have personalities. It's great. So we're going to take tables to table tipping. It's going to be a good time. Yay! Or to Paracon. Anywho. Yeah, it's really cool. So if you go to our TikTok, you can see it on our TikTok. You can see it on YouTube as well. If you go through our YouTube, My Mystical Life on YouTube, you'll find it there. Yeah, Matt Rife did buy. Okay, so he bought the house. Leslie, he bought the house, but he bought with that stewardship of Annabelle for like 5 years. I'm not on TikTok today. Why? I don't know. I never know why they banned me. He did not actually buy the haunted stuff. He bought the location, I think. And then with that comes rights for that for 5 years. I think. I don't know. I'm just reading what you guys are reading. Yeah, table tipping is a blast. It is a blast. Okay. So we have a lot of stuff going on. So we are going to be in Sedona. There's still spaces in Sedona. A couple spaces actually. Linda Norton's been to table tipping. Hi, Linda. How are you? Tonight, you guys, at the store at 6 o'clock is intuitive development practice. It's with Jessie. Laid back atmosphere, having a great time. I never know what she's going to do. It's always a lot of fun. So that's going on there. Tomorrow's Reiki Level 1 certification. So if anybody's interested in taking that, you can find that on My Mystical Life. We have the Inner Peace Expo happening next March. We'll be in Cincinnati in November. We'll be at the Paracon in October. And then September, we're going to be in Sedona. There's something else I'm missing. Yeah. Perhaps he should have moved her. We have a haunted doll in the store. And you know what? Not on the same level of haunting as Annabelle. And I've never experienced Annabelle, so this will be a really interesting thing. But we'll see, right? Leslie, you might be in Minster in November. Can't wait for yeah, man. The store's a lot of fun. And it will be a lot of fun in November because we'll be rolling off of the Halloween stuff into the Christmas stuff. And we're just I bought stuff for arts and crafts today so I could get ready for Halloween. Guys. Anyways, moving on. Okay, can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I gotta get busy here. I had between this and painting the porch. Here I am. Here I am. Beeford's checking again to make sure I'm still here. Hey, buddy. Oh, you don't have a pillow in here. Buddy, you're going to go lay in the other room. I'm sorry, I took your pillow. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Here. Come to that room. Come on out here. Here, there's a pillow. There's a pillow. Go get your pillow. Go, go, go. I swear, we live our lives according to the dog's bathroom schedule and when they need their stuff. Right? Let's go with Linda Norton. Linda. Do I think Annabelle is evil? I don't know. I've not met her yet. I have never made that attempt to reach out to that energy because, it's kind of like once you put enough energy and thought into something, you create that, right? So even if Annabelle's not evil, right? Enough people have watched that movie to have that thought out there. So we will see. Angel, hello. Okay. We're all slaves to animals, I swear. I do. This is where we're going, Linda. But it'll be interesting to be able to get that idea. Now, I will be honest and tell you, if they take her out of the case, I ain't sticking around for that. I'm not touching that. Why piss things off? I'm not in that game. I'm not in that. No, I was just very excited to be invited and being asked to present there is just a really cool thing. Okay. I'll tell you after I meet her. You guys will hear about it after this whole week, the weekend. I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about this. Okay. Oh, you have a few videos of this. That's totally cool. What is this? Is that Gigi? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, we have a blast, Gigi. So table tipping isn't a quiet thing. Not for us. I'm sure there's other people that do it differently than us, where they're like all solemn and quiet and all that. And here's us. Tell it dad jokes. We throw dollar bills at the tables to get them to dance. It works. We have one table that is just got this really great sense of humor, and it likes oh cripe, what's the music that table that spins likes? He likes old country, I think, or old swing music or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, our doll is great though. All right, here we go. Linda, I haven't forgotten you. I would really love you to align with your inner this is so funny. I'm going to go inner la where you have this level of inner peace that is your baseline, and you let your humanness get in the way. And so the way these cards come across is your authentic self is just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And there's people that are kind of not threatened but intimidated by that because they don't know how to be as authentic as you can be. Okay. And then they come over here and they're like, but your self-doubt is your self-doubt and how extraordinary you are can be very defeating sometimes. Okay. But this is where that steadiness comes in, that inner knowledge that you have. And you, when this card gets in the way, it just kind of is like a deck of cards. It's one of those things where you need to every once in a while pick yourself up and remind yourself of who you are, because who you are is so infinitely gorgeous. And a lot of your personality is hidden. A lot of your personality is hidden because you feel like not everybody's going to accept you for who you are. Yeah, I have lag too. Because not everybody accepts you for who you are because they don't understand that level of authenticity. So it's kind of put you at a lag, not just on the internet, but it's kind of slowed you down on a couple different things in life, and they just keep going. It's but this is supposed to be a community card, and it's reversed. It's like your circle is small. Your circle is small. But that's because you're always taking care of yourself. You're mindful of your energy because it's been damaged before. So let's see. One more. And this is just a card of rebirth, right? Just a card of rebirth. Time to come out of your shell. Time to come out of your shell. Woo! Hope that helps. That's a beautiful deck of cards. I love Jody Bergman's cards. And this is her art, Spirit of the Animals Oracle by Jody Bergsma. Now, my very favorite deck of cards, and this is my most well-worn deck of cards. My thing has been taped several times. Is my Magical Times Empowerment cards. And every time I get these in the store, they sell out right away. I mean, they just have a wonderful, clear message that goes with them. And they're always very affirming. Well, that's probably why they're called empowerment cards. But I love Jody Bergman's art. So there we go. All right, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop? Hi, everybody. Yes, it sounds like she prefers and I bet she does. We know Linda. She prefers a small pack versus large crowd, is what Melissa Goin says. Yes. All right, everybody, moving on. You know, I say that I don't even realize it. I absolutely do. Oh, there we are. See, I have a tremendous lag today. Tremendous lag. Let's go with Vivil Livy. Lily. Vivil Livy. Oh, for crying out loud. Vivil Lily. Vivil Lily. Let's see. Hope that's helpful, Linda. Vival, I want to talk about your lack of a straight line. Because as I'm like, okay, what's the information we're going to bring across? And they show me like you're trying to run from a freaking alligator. Like it's this wavy line. So I'm going to say that you can be easily distracted, very much like me, where you have this squirrel activity going on and you're like a million places at one individual time. And you're trying to keep shit right here, but it's very difficult because it's like herding cats, like trying to keep this and trying to keep this and trying to keep this. And I have to tell you, that is the strong sign of an intuitive. I don't know what you do. I don't know if you work intuitively, but it is a strong sign of an intuitive. Because so many things are coming into the brain at one time, especially when you're receiving information from other areas and you don't understand that everything can be a message. Like there's so many things that are messages rather than just randomness. So start maybe looking at the things around you as validations rather than not validations rather than coincidences. I don't believe in them, and I don't think you do either. But start to look at them a little bit differently, because you have a lot of puzzle pieces that are dropping around you all the time. And it's like you just need to pick them up and look at them and say, hey, how does this work? How is this relevant? Because if you are not an intuitive working, doing readings or something like that, or just, you don't have to be working, but just doing readings and having that knowing, you should be, because the puzzle pieces you're picking up are actually, I almost want to say I hear songs playing in my head a lot too. So if you get a lot of things that repetitive like that, you need to start attaching that to the messages, because that's how we put the puzzle pieces together. That's what makes a good intuitive. And they're like, you should be putting puzzle pieces together. You should also be working possibly towards mediumship, working with mediumship, because as I'm talking to you, I get this like, whoosh, hey, yes, there's others on the other side that would like to speak with you, and not through me, but have you be the mediator for that. I really think you have a really good energy flow that kind of brings messages across. So it's if you're not using that, you're blocking your throat chakra a little bit. It's time to really start letting that flow. But please don't do this to strangers as you walk down the street. That is the rudest thing. Make sure that that if you're getting into somebody's energy, that you have permission to do so, that they have sat down and said, hey, this is what I need. Or you say, hey, I want to work on this, please. And this is very, very important for you for some reason. I mean, it's really important that you are aware that this is your energy and that is their energy, and starting to figure out how to create that break in between. Because if you're always in somebody else's energy and you're always picking up, it's exhausting. So they don't want to, and I feel like you could be an overachiever where you want to just go out and make that happen. Like, okay, we know this now, let's go make that happen. We're going to figure out how to do it. We're going to study it. We're going to dissect it, and it's going to be our thing. But I'm sorry, I started talking really, really fast. It is a moment where you can sit back and go, okay, I feel this because it's mine, and I'm feeling that because that's theirs, and know the difference. That's so, so important. I also invite you to play the Hokey Pokey with Archangel Michael. What? So there is a meditation that you can do to be more aware of when something steps into your energetic field, and when it steps out. So, and that's the like a step towards mediumship, and it's something I teach in like a mediumship class. So we create our circle, we create our bubble, our area, right? And we don't like people in our bubble. That's a thing, right? That's it. Hi, everybody. And so when we're sitting there and when we're in our own energy, and we say, Archangel Michael, could you please enter my energetic field? And he does, and you know it, you feel it, because it's Archangel Michael, right? And you're like, whew, thank you. Now please step out and feel the difference in energy. And then say, Archangel Michael, please step into my energetic field. And he does. And you know it. You guys, everybody can practice this. This is fabulous practice. And it's knowing when you have something inside your energetic field that isn't yours. And we use Archangel Michael. First of all, he's very tolerant. And the secondly, because it's such a big energy that you cannot do the hokey pokey. Melissa's like, okay, I now have this ridiculous image of Archangel Michael doing the hokey pokey. And yes, but that's what it is. It's really the hokey pokey. Like, come on in, come on in. He's just very, very, very tolerant. And he's willing to help. And there we go. So play hokey pokey. You'd be surprised. But it's building that sense of there it is. Sabrina, before you got on, I was telling everybody that we have been invited to present at Paracon in October. Our shop has been invited to present. So we've been invited to present table tipping for the expo. Exciting, is that right? So they want you to practice a couple different things, Vival, and start pointing yourself in a direction. I cannot tell you what direction to point yourself in. I can just give you the information that Spirit says, hey, it's time to really start concentrating on this and putting puzzle pieces together, because they would really like for you to be a clear channel for that. Hope that's helpful. Okay, moving on. Who on here is now playing hokey pokey with Archangel Michael? Like, who is just now trying this? I need to know. I know, Sabrina, it's really, really exciting. They had stopped in the store a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't going to bug them. I mean, I'm not going to bug them, but we'll be there with Annabelle and, all that good stuff. So we're really excited. I think it's Rock City, Illinois that we're going to. And it's about building community. They're really big. This particular one, it looks like, is really big on building the community of researchers and stuff like that. And everybody's in here like, oh my gosh, right? Didn't know you could do that. By the way, I don't have it on the ticker here. When I put the pieces together, should the negative things be included? Because I get confused. Give me an example of negative and I can go from there. So you guys, if you go to mymysticallife.com, okay, if you go to mymysticallife.com, on the front page is a free psychic development class. We are going to do a free Zoom psychic development class on the 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is a totally free class. It is going to be Zoom. You're going to get to meet the people that you have been communicating with and chatting with and creating friendships with in the chat within this class if they're attending. So it's just free to sign up. There's only a few spots left. But if you go to mymysticallife.com, I'll put that up here. You can find that class. And it just says free class, free psychic development class. So let's see. I have quite a few people doing the hokey pokey. Let's do the hokey pokey. I've always asked Archangel Michael to put his hands on my shoulders when I channel him. Yeah, he's fantastic energy. He when I'm working and Archangel Michael comes across as protection because I have a contract with him. I can hear my phone going off in the other room. They're like, yeah, we're signing up. My bottom lip vibrates. For example, circumstances, conditions, what's meant for someone. You mean if you're reading for somebody, how do you know what to tell them? For example, circumstances, conditions, what's meant for somebody. When it comes to negative information within a reading, there's always wonderful ways to be able to tell people things. And if it's not for their higher and best good, see, I don't get a lot of negative information for people because I try to be like, we're going to be as positive. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm somebody that's going to tell you how to move forward on life. So there's so many different ways to read that I'm not strong on having something like that. My right shoulder goes numb when he gives me messages. It's crazy, strong energy. Yeah, absolutely. This opie hair at the back of my head is driving me a little bit insane. But I'm going to leave it there. Absolutely. All right. Well, I'm waiting for her. Hi, everybody. Hi, Joy. Well, I'm waiting for her to, if she's typing. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here, and let's move forward. Moving on. I'm not really moving on. Moving on. I'm not. Okay. Free psychic development class. Go here. We have taught this class to hundreds, if not 1,000 students. It is one of my favorite things to do. I love watching Jenna! I love watching everybody's light bulbs come on and they go, holy crap, I didn't know that I could do that. And it's just the most amazing, amazing thing to watch. Everybody just go, what? So it'll be about an hour and a half long class. And of course you can come in, and if we're not for you, then we're not for you. You don't have to stay. I mean, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And that's okay too. Not everybody's my cup of tea. Okay, moving on. But if you want to go to Sedona, we still have a couple spots for that. That's in September. That's, by the way, next month. Then we're going to be in October. We're going to be at Paracon. And then November, we're going to be in Cincinnati for the Body, Mind, Spirit Expo. I'm going to be doing lectures there. I don't know on what yet. I haven't decided. And then I think we're off a little bit. But I think we're off until March when we have the expo here in Napoleon, Ohio. And we're hosting the Inner Peace Metaphysical Expo. So we would appreciate it if you guys go to the Facebook page and like the Facebook page, because we're trying to build our viewership there and we need to look like we're popular. Let's be honest. No. Anyways, moving on. Okay, we're going to go with Sharon Hummel. Sharon Hummel, how are you today? Sharon Hummel. Vival, that's really, that has to be your decision right there. I can't tell you that. They're just talking about you need to get things past your throat chakra. That is the energy I would lean on in that and ask that question too is Metatron. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we are. Sharon Hummel, are you still here? Yes, you are. Awesome. Okay. So you have some things coming up. I want to talk about some choices that you have coming up, and you may not even be aware of them yet, and that's just fine. Nothing totally life-shattering, but it might come up and creep up on you, and you might be like, oh, shite, I don't know what to do about this. You're supposed to take the little bit more difficult way. Like one side of this is, how I know this is coming up is because they talk about the yellow brick road. When I start to hear somewhere over the rainbow, blah, 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 I know that means there's going to be a split in that yellow brick road. And the one side is all sparkly and yellow and it's super easy and it's going to be the easy way. You can probably maintain what you're doing. And then the other side says, that's going to be stickier. So if you need to, take the stickier way, because that's where you're going to learn whatever lesson's being set up for you right now. And I know this is going to sound really strange, but this feels like this lesson comes with a smell. And that smell usually is that clairaudience where somebody from the other side's going, I am there. I'm going to help you figure out this lesson. And when this comes about, you're going to know who it is, because you're going to be like, oh shit, this is so their wheelhouse. They would have put this right here. Oh my gosh. So this is somebody on the other side being like, hey, I'm going to be of assistance to you, but don't take the easy way out. Blessed Lionsgate energy for everybody. Absolutely. So Sharon, I don't expect you to know what I'm talking about right now, actually. And I don't hold my reading against that. I don't like judge my reading about whether somebody understands what I'm talking about right now, but you may come back like in another month and go, crap, I've been through it. And it's nothing that's going to be life shattering, earth shattering. it's just going to be a hiccup in the road for you. That's all I need, all I know. And they just say, don't stress. It's not a bad thing. And actually, I have to tell you, I feel like on the other side of that, I have one guide, his only job, you guys, this one guy's only job is he comes in from the shadows and he goes, money. and then he slides back into the shadows. So whatever this decision is about money as well. I was just presented with this. Okay, I'm glad you do know then. It could have some money attached to it. So just be on the watch for that. Here's your card. Cha-ching! It's about taking action and not sitting still and doing the same thing over and over and over, right? So that's that card for that. Make sure you're taking action. Perfect. Yes, also full moon tonight. I think I'm going to go sit outside tonight. I might. Just might. I haven't sat under the full moon in a while. I don't know. Maybe I will. Do I have anything going on? Do I do anything tonight? I don't have any plans tonight. Tomorrow night, if you're local, we have our paranormal investigation. I sound like a great big infomercial. Paranormal investigation meeting at 6:00. And then tomorrow morning, starting at 10, we have our Reiki level 1. Okay. Hopefully that's helpful, Sharon. Moon on. Cha-ching. Okay, can we have a whoop whoop in the room? Hey, Lulu. Can we have whoop whoop? Can I get a witness? Randy, I saw you on your motorcycle looking all badass today. Okay, let's go with let's see. My feed is flying, you guys. Yeah, Joy, you have to get your crystals out. Put them under the moon. I'm going to put my Lemurian out. It hasn't been out in a while. It needs to be out trotting around a little bit out inside in moonlight, I think. So don't forget, if you guys are interested, the free psychic development class is on the 20th, which is a Wednesday night, 7:00 Eastern time, totally free class. It's a Zoom. It is not in person. It is a Zoom class. So you guys, I know that I have at least a bunch of people in this class already, which is going to make it so much more fun, so loaded full of energy. It's going to be a blast. And what I hope to everybody brings away from it is a new feeling of going, holy shit, I didn't know I could do that. Well, we're not going to get to the holy shit part yet, because this isn't the only class we're doing. 3:55 a.m. Saturday is the full moon. That's good to know. Yep, amethyst out under the moon. Okay, let's go with, yeah, Stacy, it's free to join. You just go to the My Mystical Life webpage, and it just, right on the front page. It's right on the front page. You can click the link and it'll take you right there. Popping in to say hi, Jesse. Hi, Jesse. Okay. Yep, you go to the My Mystical Life page, mymysticallife.com, not Facebook.com. And on the front page is a picture that says the class. Click it, and there you go. All right, here we go. Let's see. Joanne Lewis gets tarot cards. Let's see what Joanne's up to. They were very specific right out the gate. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Who on here is new? Who on the feed is brand new? Who's a first timer? Who's a first timer? We are going to have so much fun. And what I really, really love about these classes is you get to meet everybody. Like, you can have video and you can be like, holy crap, now I know who you are. This is how we started our get-togethers, like our travel across the country and get to see everybody. And that's, so once a year we gather, and everybody's welcome to do this with us. But this year we're doing Sedona. But once a year we gather and we get to Donna. There's Donna. Why are you not doing good? Donna, what's wrong? Message me. Are you okay? Yeah, we get to go. That's your face. Okay, hold on. I gotta stay in between line. Donna, you all right? Can't get out of here and do that shit. Okay. Joanne Lewis, let's start. Oh, gotcha. She's on her way to drop off Nathan. Okay. We are going to Sedona. So we have we rented an Airbnb in Sedona for September 11th through 15th. And we are doing the vortexes. Angela Maynard's going. She's an archaeologist. She's going to take us out to the petroglyphs. And we're going to check out all that stuff. Well, of course, Sedona shopping. There's a whole day for people to do their own thing because I don't want to, you guys go on an excursion stuff. I don't want to monopolize all your time. Sam's going to cook one evening, which you guys have no idea. And then because we're actually taking the truck so we can take the smoker out. It's different when it's the baby. I know, Donna, it does. Well, I love you. 6 months, no alcohol for Randy, you guys. Everybody give him a kudos, a hell yeah, all that. Beth Rogers, we met on the Spirit Cruise. And Annabelle amazed you, the knock when learning about the the table's being, yeah, right? Right? Everyone needs to manifest money for Donna to go to Sedona. Okay. I know, I got to stay on track. Joanne Lewis is like, what the hell is going on here? Oh, keeping to yourself is not always the way to do things. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Okay. Nobody wants to hear that. Like, she just pulled a bunch of tarot cards. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I know Randy can't see all of the comments, but my comments are going. Randy, everybody from YouTube, there's several different Facebooks on here. Everybody's like, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay. Joanne's hanging out, man. Okay. Sometimes it feels like when we talk to other people about things that we get the carpet pulled out from underneath us. So we decide that it's easier to stay back and keep our own counsel than it is to move forward and give. You're welcome. You're fine, Donna. You're fine. We're here for the squirrels, Melissa says. But sometimes when we stop sharing so much and we pull everything back and we say, this is where I'm going to keep it because this is where I'm the safest, right here is the only place I can put my energy because I'm safer here than I am out there. And I feel like this is about ideas. And I actually have one guide's like invention. So I don't know if you're writing something. An invention doesn't have to be a mechanical thing. It could be a book. It could be a deck of oracle cards for all I know. But they're like, there's something that you keep close. That you keep close because you're afraid that either you're going to get judged for it or someone's going to take your idea or you're just going to feel, it just doesn't feel safe to share. And this is just one of those things where even if it was a collaboration, you should okay. Past reflects in present, right? So if that is what you have going on, know that that time is getting ready to pass where you need to keep things close to yourself. It's time to start letting things go. You have a tower moment coming where you have to either put it out there or just stay here. And this is not what you're here for. You're here to just take steps forward and be a forward moving person in this lifetime. Don't let anyone dim your light. Exactly. That's what Donna says, because Donna's smart. Because the tower moment isn't the fact that I feel like you might be forgetful. Isn't the fact that you have all these things that you are sharing, it's the fact that you're not. They're like, keeping it to yourself is almost like a crime. This is where you're going to start to feel a little of a breakdown if you don't start sharing things. They're like, your tower moment is staying here and not going out. Okay. And while it may feel as if people are insensitive and they don't participate in the things that you want to participate in, or they're not invested in your feelings or your ideas, what I'm supposed to tell you is not everybody's meant to be in your life the whole entire time, right? We have people that come in and out of our life all the time that are part of our soul circle, that are parts of all of these little bitty moments, right? And sometimes we feel chained back by all of those things that are judgmental against us. I hope this makes sense because my mouth is just moving and I'm not really paying attention to too much of what I'm saying. I'm just going with it. That's why I'm stuttering a little on this one. I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Can we reword that? Let's do it again. Let's do that better. So that this is what we do. We feel our own personal energy because the High Priestess, you guys, is the third highest card in the whole deck, right? It's the third highest deck. This is the sister card to the Magician. The sister card to the Magician. So this is the feminine aspect saying, I have all I need to move forward. I don't need anybody else's validations. I don't need anybody else to hook their caboose to my train. I can run a train wherever the hell I want to and just start doing, right? And let go of the judgment. Let go of the judgment because you, my dear, are the priestess and you can do whatever the F you want. Don't let people judge you. Okay. People are going to judge. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we do. Honest to God. Honest to God. I put a beautiful post out I was in the shop, and every time the town does some kind of event, State Bank across the street feeds people for free. Okay? For free. And I just went out front and I popped a picture. Innocent, right? I popped a picture and I said, look at State Bank, give them a kudos. Man, they're always feeding the population when something's going on. Good for them. And do you know what I hate? People were judging me for supporting the State Bank for feeding people. There's always going to be haters. But if we live our life according to what other people think we should be doing, we're going to live in a box and not our own box. We're living in somebody else's box. And that's bullshit. So don't do it. I hope that's helpful. It was so sad. I was like looking at a couple comments going, I actually had to change my post and put at the top of it, this is not a bashing fest. If you have nothing positive to say nothing. I just could not believe it. Couldn't believe it. But everybody's got to piss on somebody else's parade sometime or another, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. There we go. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's helpful, Joanne. Keeping in mind that I always tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. Live in your own box or outside the box. That's it, right? Yes. Some people are just happy, unhappy. Absolutely. All right. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I lost people on that. You know why? Because it's hard to hear sometimes that we do fashion ourselves very often against what other people think or their reactions to our actions. And it's hard to hear that because then we start to do self-reflection and we start to go, well, okay. And we start this at a very young age. Mm-hmm. Why? Because we're following by example. Yeah. It's a thing. It's a thing. I will actually be in the store reading on, I'll be doing shamanic sessions, shamanic healing sessions, and reading in store on the 14th. Ooh, that's next week. I don't read in store very often because I've got a compulsive problem where I make myself extremely busy. I'm working on it. Anyhow, and then Sam, by the way, will be reading in store, which is not something that happens very often. He'll be doing crystal readings. I'm sorry, I just keep hearing a person talk. He'll be doing crystal readings on the 23rd. What's really cool about that is when you come in for one of Sam's readings, he goes and he chooses the crystals that he thinks resonates with your energy and why they do. And he brings the tumbles back and he does the reading, and then you get to take the tumbles with you. His readings, you guys, are off the chart. So cool. So cool. And everybody just loves his readings. They're just great. Donna Culverhouse, you haven't hung out with us enough. That's what's going on, honey. I did that this is what she says. I did that for many years. Felt like I healed from it, yet here we are again struggling with it, worrying about what other people think, especially family. Good read, hit the soul. I think we just all need a girls or just a weekend where we just sit and flop, and Lisa doesn't have to structure anything. I really do. We just don't do shit other than sit and look at each other, drink wine, and maybe read a book. The pool is heated. I don't know why we need a heated pool in Arizona, but obviously we do. So the pool's heated. That's a good thing. We can go get in the pool too. Okay. This reading is for Stacy Jamison. Samuel says Sam's readings are awesome and spot on in his experience. Mandy Sheard is new. Hi, Mandy. How are you? He is awesome. He's a great reader. He does not give himself enough credit as a reader. He really just does not. Okay. I called somebody's name. I know I did. I should write these things down. Squirrel. Hold on. Oh, Stacy Jamison. Okay. It's cold in Arizona in the evenings. Okay. Let me write that down because I need to remember. It's that kind of day. Okay. Stacy, I want to go to sleep. Heather can bring cookies. Girl, Donna, manifest that money, honey. You know you want to come to Sedona just to sit and have fun. You know we're not like super quiet either. Welcome from Yorkshire, England. Okay, Stacy. I would want to talk about the highs and the lows. So I want to talk about the highs and the lows. I need to ask a question. I try not to ask too many questions because I don't want to know any information about people. What I love about reading online is there's not even like you can't even say, oh well, they got information because my name floated through their post, right? And a lot of people will say, hey, intuitives read body language, expressions, things like that. We have none of that here, right? But I want to talk about your highs and lows that you experience like this emotionally. I'm gonna say you're probably an empath. You probably are fueled by, I don't know if you drink coffee or whatever, but it feels like you go through bursts of energy where you're just like, go, 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 go. Okay, I'm done. Go, 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 go. Okay, I'm done. That kind of thing. And this type of energy like this is prone to depressive moments and it just extreme overcompensation. Does this make sense to you? I want to talk about also, Stacy. I want to talk about they keep going to your energy level. They keep going to your battery. Like what keeps you going? What creates a spark for you? They really want to tap into there's an untapped, let's put it that way. There's an untapped reservoir of energy that you have. It's about feeling steady, more of a warrior, the ups and down. I'm not talking about let's stay in bed kind of depression. I'm talking about we're doing really really good and then we're here. So I mean it's just this up and down of emotion. And they want to talk about you having not quite found your spark yet. You haven't found what really lights your fire. You have things that you like to do. You'll have things that you like to share. I think you're a sharer, but they're also talking about there's this one thing just out of range yet. And you don't even know what it is. That's okay. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? You don't know. Because it's still out of range. Off your radar. You haven't gotten there yet. Because if you had gotten to this point where you're like, I want to do that, that's my goal right there, you would have felt it in the soul and you would have been already walking towards it. Because it is going to draw you like a moth to the flame, and you're going to be like, oh my God, this fills me up. Yeah. Just pushing through the battles. I'm waiting. You wait for that because it's coming. Like it's going to be like, oh my gosh. In this motion right here, you guys, is heart chakra movement. That's what this is. I didn't realize it until I was watching myself on screen going, oh, that's heart chakra movement. And that's how it's going to hit. It's going to feel like it has something you could do easily because you have past life experience in it. I don't know if it's being a healer. I don't know what it is, but they're like, refer to past life because you have done this many, 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 many times. You've been a counselor to others many times. You've been in religious counseling. I'm not saying a priest or anything like that, but it's like you have been somebody that helped other people through emotional turmoil and on very, very intimate levels as well. So I'm going to say maybe shamanism, but what's really gotten me here is I don't feel the drums. I don't hear the drums behind you. I hear the forest behind you, which is still shamanic, but I'm going to go back, all into like beginning of druidism and things like that. So stepping out into nature for you is going to help really balance you out. You have a lot of animal totems that reside with your energetic field, and they're helping. You have the elephant, which is that slow, steady forward animal, and they're very, very resilient, but they're also very easy to hurt their feelings. I've never hurt any elephant's feelings that I know of, but they're telling me their feelings are very sensitive, and they're like, oh, that's why they say that, and they're like, that's why we remember, because we when you hurt our heart, you hurt our heart. But you have that animal totem in there as well. And then you have the grasshopper. And I'm not sure quite yet what's a grasshopper. The grasshopper is like, I need to speak. I need to talk. I need to get my things out there. But I feel sometimes like I'm on this. So that's why they sing. That's why the grasshopper makes so much noise. They're like, because you will listen. And they're waiting for you to get to that point. They're waiting for you to be the one that can get out there and be the person that's heard above everybody else. I can feel something big is coming, sometimes impatient, yet I know I got a couple plates to clear off too. So you have something coming. I can't tell you what it is. You already know it's coming, but it's going to settle and reside right here, and you're going to feel so fulfilled. You're like, that's what's going to complete everything. I'm going to feel really great. It's coming. It's coming. So that's basically just validation on, it's there. You just... Kind of funny. Love lots of elephants coming up on the feed lately. Yeah. Validation, right? Validation. So perfect. All right, you guys, the things. mymysticallife.com, the free psychic class, the free psychic develop. It's the first one. It's beginner friendly. You guys, everybody can do this. Don't discount yourself. Everybody can do this. Everybody. It's there. We all have it. It's innate within us. So that's a free class. And you get to meet the people that you're talking to in the Zoom. Which is great for the people that are attending. That's really fun. It's at 7:00 on the 20th p.m. Eastern time. And then we have a bunch of other stuff going on too. We're looking for vendors for the Inner Peace Expo near and far. We're going to have so much fun at that. I'm that's one of the things that I think is going to light my fire. I really enjoy organizing things like that. And what else do we have going on? We have a couple different things that are on the plate, but those are the immediate ones right now. And with that, everybody, I'm going to go paint my porch in the 90-degree weather. So I hope everybody has a wonderful afternoon, and thank you for being on here. Find light, find love, find joy. Feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may light be with you always. All right, guys. Bye.